Have you ever sewn the arms onto your amigurumi plushie, but somehow they looked uneven, too stiff, or just not cute? The problem is usually not the arm itself, it is the sewing line. Today, I'll show you two simple ways to sew amigurumi arms. One for arms that hang naturally down, and one for arms that point slightly forward. The first method uses a straight sewing line, parallel to the crochet rounds on the body. This makes the arms hang down naturally. The second method uses a diagonal sewing line. This makes the arms move slightly forward, which is perfect if you want your plushie to look more active, like it is reaching, hugging, or holding something. Before attaching the arm to the body, we need to prepare the arm first. Flatten the opening and sew the two edges together to create a straight line. Pay attention to the color change step. This small jog happens when you change yarn colors. Make sure to position this step in the middle of the seam. This way, when we attach the arm, that imperfect area will be hidden on the inside and won't be visible from the outside. Sew the two edges of the arm together by passing your needle through each pair of opposite crochet loops. Work through one matching pair at a time and continue sewing each pair together like this. In this tutorial, I'm using red thread so you can clearly see the sewing path. But when you make your actual plushie, use thread that matches the color of the arm, so the stitches will blend in and stay hidden. Sewing the two edges of the arm into one straight line makes it much easier to attach the arm to the body. It helps you see each matching stitch more clearly, place your needle into the arm faster and more accurately, and create a cleaner, neater seam. We will repeat this same preparation step at the beginning of the second method before sewing the arm with a straight line. Before sewing, check the plushie from the front, from the side, and from the back. This step is very important because once the arms are sewn, it is harder to fix the position. For this method, the sewing line should be parallel to the crochet rounds on the body. Look at the rows on the body and choose one horizontal line as your guide. Now I start sewing the arm to the body. I follow the same horizontal line across the body so the stitches stay straight. The goal is to attach the arm securely without pulling too tightly. If you pull too much, the arm may sink into the body or distort the shape. Keep the tension firm but gentle. Sew it like this. Insert your needle from top to bottom through one loop on the arm, then go down into the loop on the body underneath it. Next, tilt the needle slightly to the left and bring it out through the next loop on the body. Then pull the thread with just enough tension to secure the arm firmly to the body, but do not pull too tightly or it may cause the arm area to sink in. Repeat the same movement on the next loop and continue all the way to the end. To finish, make a large knot and pass it into the fabric layer underneath if your plushie has fabric lining inside. This will help secure the thread firmly. If your plushie does not have fabric lining inside, weave the thread back and forth between the crochet rows to lock it in place. This is the result of the straight sewing line. The arms hang naturally down the side of the body. This method is perfect for a calm, simple, classic plushie pose. Now let's try the second method. For this one, the sewing line is not parallel to the crochet rounds. Instead, we place the arm on a slight diagonal. This changes the direction of the arm and makes it point a little forward. First, identify the starting point and the ending point of the diagonal line you are going to sew on the body. Then, secure the arm to those 2 points first. This helps the arm stay attached to the body and keeps it in the correct diagonal position while you sew. It also prevents the arm from slipping or moving away from the placement you already marked on the body. When sewing this method, insert your needle through each stitch along the edge of the arm. Don't worry about matching specific stitches on the body, as long as your sewing line stays close to the edge of the arm. Sew it like this. Insert your needle from top to bottom through one loop on the arm. then go down into the body right underneath it. When sewing this diagonal line, focus on entering the correct loop on the arm. For the body underneath, let the needle pass through the point directly below the arm loop, whether that point is a loop or just part of a stitch. Next, tilt the needle slightly to the left and bring it out at the point directly under the next arm loop. Then, pull the thread with just enough tension to secure the arm firmly to the body. Do not pull too tightly, or the arm area may sink in. Repeat the same movement on the next loop and continue all the way to the end. Many of you have messaged me saying that sewing the arms onto the body at a diagonal angle can be really difficult. So I hope today's tutorial will help you master this technique. Securing the arm to the two starting points on the body, like I showed earlier, already makes the process about 50% easier. The remaining 50% is all about the sewing technique, following the loop positions on the arm. And that's it. Simple, right? Here is the result. With the diagonal sewing line, the arms point slightly forward. So here is the comparison. A straight sewing line gives you relaxed arms that hang down. A diagonal sewing line gives you arms that move forward. Both methods are useful. The best one depends on the pose you want for your plushie. In the next video, I'll show you 2 ways to sew amigurumi legs so your plushie can sit or stand more naturally. If this tutorial helped you, please subscribe to Andy the Plushie for more amigurumi sewing tips and crochet plushie tutorials. See you in the next video!